So for today's episode of the Dru-man Show, play on words, we're going to do something we're not supposed to do today. Just stick it out with me, because it's smoking in this car. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to sit here and smoke a cigarette. Listen to the birds, look at the sky, watch traffic. I'm bored. Lock myself out of my phone. Need a puck key. I'm going to call my service provider and get a puck code to unlock my SIM card because it's locked now. My internet isn't working. My Wi-Fi for some reason. I reset my network settings on my device and it didn't make any difference. I can get it on my work. The internet works fine on my Fire Stick TV, so I don't know why it's not working on my phone. I got 2 laptops and a Windows tablet, but I don't know. I guess I got a virus or something because there's no operating software on them anymore. Oh yeah. A while back, I've always been a little bit security conscious, privacy conscious, and a little while back I noticed my laptop wasn't where I left it. Went around looking for it, searched everywhere. I thought I would have left it, called a couple people I might have been around. Nobody's seen it. Go back to the house and lo and behold, there it sits upon the kitchen table, and I'm like, huh, that's weird, it wasn't there whenever I left. So turn it on. Cannot read your hard drive. What the fuck, right? Can't read my hard drive, so run some diagnostics. It's not detecting a hard drive at all. Solid state drive is a newer laptop. So I take it to a buddy of mine who's a techie, and he so you crack it apart. Look at the insides. Maybe you got a shorted wire or something. Alright, so he pops it apart, pulls the shell off of it. He's like, dude, so what's up? He's like, you have no hard drive in your laptop. I was like, what? Why? These screws have definitely been removed before because they weren't in the right places. Like, 2 of the holes take silver screws and the other 4 have black screws, and they were mismatched. Like, it's definitely been disassembled before. So somebody might have taken your hard drive. Who would need to or want to take my hard drive out of my computer like I've got anything on there but pirated music? I mean, it's not like I fucking redistribute it. It's for my own personal use, and it's all P2P platform stuff, so you know, it's all shareable stuff. So I mean, I was put on an NSA watch list, domestic terrorist according to them, because of a incident that occurred in prison. But apparently I have Aryan Brotherhood affiliation. I wasn't aware of that, but okay, see this logo right here? There used to be a band I played in, and never went nowhere, but I used the same style to put my initials with the Anarchy, and Anarchy apparently is a AB thing. My daughter, or my son's mother, her initials happen to be AB, ALB, and the way I put the TAG, the ALB together, kind of like that, they look like a star. I had this drawn on a notebook, and star caught somebody's attention because a star, 5-pointed star, is also an Aryan Brotherhood symbol, and they saw the AB underneath the Anarchy that looked like a star, and they automatically assumed that I was Brotherhood affiliated or associated. And the fact that I have a mohawk, and that's considered a crown among the higher ranking gang members, and I had a pair of black state work boots, black leather boots, and they were used, so they didn't have any laces in them, because people take the laces and make shower curtain strings and clotheslines and stuff. These didn't have any laces in them, so I took the laces out of my Bobos, my little white Bob Barker fucking state shoes, and white laces, of course. So I put the white laces in my black boots, and apparently that's another symbol of high-ranking Aryan Brotherhood. And for shits and giggles, you know, I was in a green clothes camp, so I had my green jacket shirt and my boots. And I always have my sleeves rolled halfway up on my jacket shirt, have the bottom two buttons bottom, and have my gray t-shirt underneath it. I had my sleeves rolled up, and I had a silver colored pencil. It had metallic-y flakes in it, so it shined, glimmered. And I took a Sharpie and I drew some chevrons on my shoulder like a sergeant. I was walking around, and yeah, I guess if you fit the bill, you gotta pay it, right? So they pulled me aside after they put me in segregation for a week and a half on my birthday a couple years ago. In the middle of summer too, in a camp with no air conditioning. It was pretty much a concrete box with metal bars in it, and there were 26 guys and down this one hallway in the middle of this dirt field. 2 fans blowing the same direction, so it created a buffer zone, like with no air in the middle, just where I was at. So I sweated my ass off the whole time I was in seg. Did 15 days for that charge. Got out, got back on the yard. Not 2 weeks later, a buddy of mine, I was MacGyver, you know, I could craft anything out of anything. I was an artist. I made stuff for people, like I made sewing needles for people. You get $5 for a sewing needle off of commissary stuff, because it's a pain in the ass to make them and people need them. So it's a commodity. I can make them out of the cathode, out of a AA battery, AAA battery. As long as it's got the little metal pin, it can't be the lithium batteries. It's got to have the brass cathode in it. Grind the bottom terminal off, pull it out. Use your padlock, metal bolt sticking out of a picnic table. Tink, 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 tink. Just keep rolling it, flatten it out so it's a cylinder, not, you know, got any jagged edges. You don't want it to catch while you're stitching with it. After you get it beat to shape, you rub it on the concrete until you sharpen it to a point. You take your razor blade and you scratch the little flat spot that you made at the end of it until you get a hole in it. Wheel it out. But anyway, dude brought me a broken belt buckle, because you can have belts, you know, little cinch strap belt pretty much, but it's made of metal. Dude found one on the yard, brought it to me. He's like, "Here, I thought you might want this." So he hands it to me. It was almost chow time, so he hands me the fucking belt buckle, and I stuff it in my pocket, not even thinking about it. They called chow, went to chow, went, ate, came back, took my jeans off, put my had my shorts on under my jeans, took my jeans off, put them in my locker. Didn't even think about it again. Till right out, lights out. I was going to get in my bed, and this wicked witch of the fucking West is what I called her, but she ugly old fucking hateful bat, and she just walks straight in the pod, bypasses everybody else, walks directly to me, like turns and looks at me. She's like, "Random locker search." I'm like, "Random, huh?" Like, you didn't stand there like, who am I going to search? You walked, like, didn't even look around, just walked straight in the door right to me. I was like, okay, whatever. Search my shit. I ain't got nothing that you need to find anyway. Where you can find it. So I forgot about the fucking belt buckle. So she searched, and she didn't find nothing. The last thing she searched was my pants that were hanging on the hook on my locker door. She pulls it out. She's like, "What's this?" I got charged with a weapon. So now I'm a weapon-carrying, gang-associated offender, right? For these 2 charges, A charges, weapons and gangs are like high-class charges. They can't give you any extra time, but they can give you like whole time, charge you, you know, take away privileges like your TV, radio, commissary. But yeah, they gave me high time. I'm in there for a misdemeanor, by the way. I'm on probation, like absconding probation on a DUI thing that I had like in 2017. It like 2 years for that. But I was in segregation for almost 10 months altogether. Hell, more than that, for 14 months. In a box by myself. I didn't even do anything. It was almost understanding. They took my mental health notebook, like, oh. I got this one. This one's volume 3, right? It's full of crap that I wrote while I was locked up. I had another one of these. It was a blue one, and I've got a pink one that I started writing years ago. And they confiscated my blue one, which is volume 2, and I created. It's my manifesto. It's like a multi-volume thing, and I titled it "The Nonsensical Ravings of a Loud-Mouthed Malcontent." And it's got the book that they took from me. It had like prayers and personal like letters to my parents and like my children and personal philosophy and things that I think about how life is and should be, and like all of the crap that people put each other through that's unnecessary. And you know, just when you're locked up, you have a lot of time to reflect and introspect. I use a lot of time to study and grow in my knowledge, which is a double-edged sword. Nobody likes to know it all, apparently. It's like, well, I'm sorry, I happen to know shit. So, fuck me, that's what I do. I fucking know things. Do stuff and I know things. I don't know. But anyway, the nonsensical ravings of a loud malcontent. This one's got stuff like the human. I don't know if you can see any of this. It's the human light body, the Merkaba, the points of it, how it relates to harmonic scale and metaphysical stuff. I wrote an essay on love. It's like 8-10 pages. I did some meditations. I started learning runecraft, like the Elder Futhark, the Younger Futhark, the ancient Norse language and mysteries. The Future is the U rune that I've noticed everywhere, haunting me. I'm done with my cigarette now, by the way, so if you're done smoking, you can go away or whatever. I don't fucking care. But if you care about runes, you teach your runes. My other book that I took, it had besides the letters and prayers and stuff, it had like lyrics to songs, poetry that I was writing. It's falling apart, so I was using it as a cutting board. I wrote down the 48 Laws of Power, which is apparently contraband because they don't want prisoners to know how to be powerful. Which all they fucking do is drink protein powder and work out. Some people, not so much. Like I have the adaptive personality where I can hang out with just about anybody most of the time. Only places you'd never really find me were like hanging out with the police or on the basketball court. I don't play basketball, but you find me in the wet pile, you find me pitching horseshoes, you find me smoking dope in the bathroom, just wherever, I had a big exhaust fan in the bathroom. You walk in, there's like a space where there should have been a stall, but there wasn't. I had a bucket there. People go in and they'd pile up on the corner over there and stand underneath the vent, smoke whatever, K2, pot, cigarettes. There was some meth around there at one point, but I spent $300 for a freaking chapstick cap full. Half a cap, $300 bucks. Fuck you, right? $300 for a half of chapstick cap. That's not even enough to get me started. At least it wasn't. But yeah, it's been about 15 minutes, so I'll go ahead and kill this. This has been another epic installment of the Dru-man Show. So Click like, subscribe, notification icon, all that good shit like you do. Good slaves.